I was born and raised in Spain. It wasn't present. Takes all kinds to make the world go round.
Hey, Bob, and you'll sit up here. You get that door. She wants to do the whistle.
Thank you, Kelly. All right, everybody. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Thursday support group meeting. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Do we have anybody attending Racing for Recovery for the first time tonight? Glad you started to join us tonight. If you have any questions or anything, we can help you after the meeting. All right. Support group meeting guidelines.
Support group meeting guidelines. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery support group meeting. We're focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who support our mission. Your suggestions, comment, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, family, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. One, meeting start time is from 7 to 8. Please be on time. 2, please turn off cell phones or ringers to vibrate. Please refrain from posting on social media during the meeting to show respect and courtesy to yourself and others. 3, please, only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. 4, proof of attendance is gladly provided. Please turn in your paperwork prior to the meeting and you can pick it up at the end of the meeting. 5, honesty is required. 6, feel free to openly share your comments or points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. 7, this meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity of all who are present. 8, if you are a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. 9, your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here would not be discussed outside of the meeting. 10, please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. 11, we are not smoking anymore, so we don't talk about that. 12, please dispose of all trash in the garbage can and do not litter on our premises.
Thank you, Josh. Who has the guidelines for the lifestyle recovery?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sharmini. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guideline 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. Number 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. Number 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. Number 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. Number 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyle. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. Number 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage.
Thank you, Sharmini.
Number 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyles, challenges to triumph over. And number 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Raising for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Charmony. Okay, now we're doing introductions. We're going to go around the room. We'll let them know who you are, why you decided to join us today. You don't have to say that you're an alcoholic or an addict, but that it helps in your recovery. Please feel free to take that.
I'm Randall. These people listen to people's stories and learn something from them. So that's why I keep coming back.
I'm Michael. I'm here to be sober.
I'm Michael, and I come here for happiness.
I'm Rotas. I come here to support and to learn as well.
I'm Hannah. I'm here to support my brother Michael.
I'm Steve. I come here to continue to improve.
I'm Dave. I'm here to support my son Steve.
I'm Tiana, and I'm back here to bring focus on myself.
I'm David. And I'm just extremely grateful to be here tonight for this program. Sorry, bud.
I'm Eugene. I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Jacob. I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Justin, here to stay on track.
Zach here to stay sober.
Richard here to keep learning and stay sober.
Kyle, here to find balance.
I'm Heather. I'm here for support and inspiration, and that right there is Sander. And he's my biggest inspiration. We walked a full mile tonight. That's the first time in his entire life he's done that. Kind of a big deal to think about 2 years ago, having a brain surgery, and he could hardly see enough to put 2 feet in front of the other, and he had to relearn how to walk. So at this point, I'm really enjoying sobriety and being able to just relish in every moment we have. So we're really thankful for this place, because this place gave us the inspiration to do it. So thank you.
My name's Tom. I come here to continue to learn.
My name's Brandon. I'm here because this is where I really love myself.
I'm Gina. I'm here to support Youth 3 Up There.
I'm Craig. I'm here for motivation.
I'm Jeff. I'm here for lasting change.
I'm Renee. I'm here to support Jeff.
My name's Bob. I'm here to listen.
I'm Chris, and I'm here to support this program and my daughter Emma.
I'm Emily, and I'm just grateful to be here.
I'm Nathan, and I'm here to support my girlfriend Emily.
I'm Candy, and I'm here to remain teachable.
I'm Tony. I'm here to listen.
I'm Hassan, and I'm here to listen.
My name's Brian. I'm here to start my life over. I'm Matt, and I'm here to continue to fix myself.
I'm Ward, and I'm here to listen.
I'm Larry. I'm here because I want to be, and I think my favorite part of the meeting is the introductions.
I'm Greg. I come here to understand things better and to cope, and I appreciate the support I get from the friends while I'm here.
My name's Kelly, and I continue to come because it's still working.
My name is Rashad. I'm here to reform my way of thinking.
I'm Des, and I'm here for growth and search three handsome men up front.
I know I should have sat there.
And I'm here to continue to improve.
I'm Shelby. I'm here for consistency and positivity.
My name's John. I come here because this is what works for me.
I'm Christy, and I'm here to continue healing and growing.
I'm Lisanne, and I'm an alcoholic, and I'm here for myself, but I'm also here for my sister.
My name is Martin, and I'm a visitor from South Dakota, and I'm here to support my sister-in-law, Christy.
I'm Gary, and I am here to keep going in the right direction.
Yeah, you. Sorry.
I'm Alexis, and I'm here to listen.
Gary.
Support my dad.
I'm here to support my dad. I'm Terry. I'm here to support my son and to listen.
I'm here to stay on track.
I'm Nathan. I'm here to start the road to sobriety.
I'm Karen. I'm here to support my son Mike and everyone else.
Mike, glad to be here. Just come to stay connected.
I'm here to support.
I'm Matt, and I'm here for positivity.
Steve, and I'm here to stay on the right track.
Scott, you're going to be a better father and husband.
I'm honored to stay on track and remain focused. I'm Adam, here for the place work.
I'm Mike. I'm here to continue the lifestyle of sobriety, to set positive and realistic goals and achieve them.
I'm Amber. I'm here to learn. I'm Ashley. I'm here to continue being the best version of me.
So, as a choice.
I'm Sharmini. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy.
Alina, and I'm here to continue the healing process of trauma.
I'm Ryan. I'm here to stay sober, become a better father, family member. But here to stay sober, help keep an open mind.
I'm John. I'm here to be a better friend and family son, brother.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Paul. I'm here because I want to be a better person.
I'm Kelsey. I'm here to keep an open mind and to learn. I'm Laura. I'm here to give and get support.
I'm Jake. I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Michael. I'm here for growth and education.
I'm Rick. I'm here to support this great program and the people in it. In memory of my son, Jake, if I may say, yesterday was the fourth Christmas that I had to go through without him here. It doesn't get any easier. And it's just a couple weeks back, we're putting up the tree, and not really thinking, and open up the box, and you start to get ornaments out, and like the first one I grabbed is baby's first Christmas, And as we're going, it's like the things he made in school, and then the ones from Frankenmuth trip, and then you come to the memorial ones that people gifted us, after we lost him. So it just kind of brings home too, just the importance of staying in the game, staying alive for all your loved ones and your family and people you don't even know yet, loved ones in your future. It's just so important to stay a part of this program and stay involved and, keep working and use the peer support and everything that's available to you through this program.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here today because I value my life and I value the people in my life.
My name's Chilin, and I'm here to keep doing what I'm doing, remembering humility and patience at the same time.
My name's Bob. I'm here to regain my sobriety that I've lost in the last couple of years and try to learn from you to be able to help others that I know that have the same addiction of alcoholism.
My name's Jesse, and I'm here to better my life.
I'm Kevin. I'm here to learn a better way to live.
My name's Ben. I'm here because what I was doing wasn't working.
I'm Bill, and I'm here for support.
I'm Kathy, and I'm Matthew's mom. Support him and everybody else.
I'm Matt. I'm here because I enjoy these meetings.
I'm Joe. I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Wesley. I'm here to stay the best man I can be.
I'm Amy. I'm here to follow my dreams.
Chris. I'm here to learn and love myself, find the true me, and embrace it.
I'm Monica, and I'm here to gain some insight.
I think that's it. My name is Josh. I'm here to continue to grow as a person, and by me doing that, coming up here and sitting up here anytime there's an opportunity. So, yeah.
And I'm Dustin. I come here to keep on the right path. It's part of my weekly routine, coming to these meetings. I love coming to them, especially this one. I always hear a lot of good things. Here's some good things tonight. All right, so who has the answer?
I do. I'm Larry, still. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reached the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. So it begins, racing for recovery.
All right, thank you, Larry. All right, as far as announcements go, I can't think of anything. I know, I think there's, I think Todd rented out like Tamil Shanter for a little bit on Saturday. So if anyone wants to come out, ice skate for a while, have some fun, and I think you're welcome. I think it's from 7 to 8, I think. 6. 6 to 7.
I think there's a race coming up in October also.
Yeah, there is, yeah, 10 months, we have got another race coming up. I guess also, I know the Glass City Marathon's coming up in April. I know Racing for Recovery, we get involved with that too. So, if you want to help out for that, run it. There's a 5K, half marathon, full marathon, relay. So if you want to get involved with that, that's coming up and it'll be some good time. All right. As you can see from the introductions, our meetings are for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. No topic is off limits. If you have a question or something you'd like to discuss, we encourage you to bring it up early so that time to discuss it. So anyone have anything they want to talk about before we get this going? Good, bad, middle? All right. Okay, so for our topic for tonight, kind of had to do this last minute, so kind of bear with me. So I kind of came up with the how is your relationship with your family members and friends improved during sobriety? Like, and then for the family members, like how is like that relationship like improved for you guys too? So, how about that? Jeff.
I know for me, before I was sober, I didn't even talk to my family for a long time, and I was kind of scared how they would react, and if they would invite me back into their life, and they did with open arms. And they're super proud of me and super supportive, and it just it's crazy to see how destructive the behavior that I was engaged in was, like, not just to me but to my family. And then when I come back around and realize that they still give a fuck and still like love me, like that was hard. Like I told somebody earlier today, I almost would have rather that they said, fuck you, we don't want you in our life anymore, than support me. And that's hard to swallow when you actually have to be honest with yourself and what you've done and what you've engaged in and however long. And the fact that your family's still there to support you, that's a powerful thing. And with that, I pass.
Yeah, thank you, John. Chris.
I think that when we're in our addiction, we don't really realize how much we change, to our family. We don't see it ourselves. Just like when we start recovery, we, get improved. We don't see it like other people do. And I think it's the same as when we change, during addiction and everything. And I mean, I've heard from my kids and my family members, you're so much easier to talk to, since I've been clean and everything, and they've been very supportive and everything, and they think I've changed a lot, which is cool to know, but it also is, made me ashamed to know that I had changed that drastically during my usage. But things are going good now. Yesterday, Christmas was wonderful, and my sister's here to support me, and all good with the world.
Larry.
For me, I don't have a whole lot of family. My family's passed on. So holidays, I really like birthdays and Christmas. To me, it's kind of just like another day. The family I do have now are the people that are in this room. Two of my closest family members, I have a son, his name's Austin, he's 17. And there's a young lady in this room right over here, her name's Shelby. She's my niece, she brought me here. I'm probably gonna get a little emotional here, so bear with me. Shelby's a beautiful, intelligent young lady, and if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be on this earth. So I do owe a lot to her. For a period of time I didn't talk to her, which I really don't have an excuse. It was wrong. It does kind of haunt me every day because I miss some of the best times of her life, watching her blossom into becoming a woman and having a child. It's kind of tough, but I get through it. I hope everybody here had a really good holiday. We got 6 more days left in the year, and hopefully, I know I will, and hopefully everybody else be making some more headway in their sobriety. But I'm just glad this is my first recovery program. A good bunch of people in here, real good bunch of people I love and cherish, and it really helps. I'm just thankful that I'm not on this journey alone, So I thank my niece for bringing me here, and I thank all of you for coming to these meetings, and I just wish everybody the best. I love you, Shelby. You're my hero. You too, Desiree. I love you too.
Thank you, Larry. That was really good.
You're welcome.
Kathy?
For me as a parent, it's just kind of like night and day. The addictive behavior, I guess. I'm a nurse and I've never worked in that area at all. I've worked in a lot of areas, but not anything in addiction or anything like that. So I knew a little bit about it, but just the shutting out of the family. It's not really that person. It's the drug that they're on. That's kind of that took has taken them over. So as a parent, it's really a painful. It's a nightmare. I'll just say it's a nightmare because it's not really. You don't even get to communicate with your son. Like I would call and there'd always be an excuse, I'll call you right back. Never happens. Or then you call back and, he doesn't answer the phone, and then you're worried, oh my gosh, is he okay? And then, at night, you're trying to go to sleep and you can't because you're wondering if you're going to get a phone call, and that's God's honest truth. You don't know if you're going to get that phone call, and I can just say it's probably been the most terrifying time in my life back 9 months ago. A nightmare, living hell, and I have great respect for anybody now that's trying to get better, because it's not really them, it's whatever poison they're taking that has taken over their lives. And I know that they want to stop, but their brain is so addicted they can't. So I think unless you have the support and caring people around, you're not going to have a great chance. You have to have that support system. And with these meetings, I think it's a wonderful, awesome support for family and for the people that need help. But since we feel, this is his dad, we feel like we've had a miracle because we didn't know if he was going to make it or not. Just, he had a lot of issues, obviously, and the communication obviously is a lot better. I call, he'll answer the phone. I get to see him. I get to see the light in his eyes, because when whatever drug you're taking, that light is gone from the eyes. You're a walking zombie. You're dead. You're dead, but you're walking around and you're just waiting for that next fix, that next high. And it's a total change now. It's never felt so much happiness in my life, because when you have something and you think you're going to lose it and then you get it back, it's a miracle. It's amazing, and I just hope and pray that everybody can keep on the right track and live the best life that they can. And I think that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Kathy. I really like what you last say there, because what you just said is a lot of things. My mom said. I really like what you said there, because a lot of what you just said is what my mom said to me. I burned all the trust and everything with her, because I just was not in the right state at that time. But when I finally cleaned up my act and got clean and sober, she's like, oh my God, I'm finally getting my son back. It's been years that you've been gone, and you're here again. And, like, I didn't realize back then what I was doing. I thought I was just hurting myself, and I didn't realize that, wow, like, everyone in my family's being affected by this, not just me. And, like, once I sat back and realized what I was doing to everyone around me, I was like, wow, like, I can't do this anymore, I gotta change. Just nice to actually build up that relationship, that trust again, being honest with her. Like, I could.
It's so much easier to hear it from somebody else's parent than it is from your own. You really can, for me at least, I can feel the effect of it because I've been so used to gaslighting my mom and getting enabled and stuff that to hear it from a different perspective that's not my mother, it's really important. For me, like, my birthday was Christmas Eve, and having a couple months sober now, like, it gave me some time to reflect. And the insanity in my life was that last Christmas Eve, because we have a party at my house for Christmas Eve, I thought shit was sweet because there was a bunch of new purses in the house that I could steal money from. Like, and I was like happy about that. I was like, okay, this is going to be a good day because I don't have to be sick anymore. And that's insanity. At the time, I thought it was completely normal. I thought I was a completely normal person functioning. But, come to find out that that's not how normal people live their lives. And like today, I have some time to reflect on that and realize that, the drugs almost killed me, but I don't think the drugs were the core of my problem. The drugs are definitely the symptom of my problem. And today I get to look at my character defects, which is a scary situation as well. Trying to figure out what's wrong with me at the core that makes me turn to such a deadly substance to try and, find that cathartic experience if I can't find it in sobriety. And, I have some character defects. I have some significant character defects that I am working through today. But that's the beauty. Like, 2 or 3 months ago, I wasn't able to process emotion. I wasn't able to process pain. I wasn't able to cry. I wasn't able to have feelings. I remember telling my mom, like, yelling at her, like, why would you Narcan me? I was fine. Everything was great, that's insanity, Today, like, I guess I can kind of see her side, which I was so selfish. She's in the midst of a nervous breakdown, I'm taking the car to drive to the dope man and stuff like that, and I could care less. I was so selfish and egotistical, and everything was about me and how I was going to get my next fix. And so this Christmas Eve, I'm playing Trivial Pursuit, like the original game from like 1950. I didn't know any of the answers to any of the questions, just off the box. I didn't use Google, so one of my character defects right there, because I had to win, but that's fine. But I didn't get high, which is the most important thing. And I haven't been to this meeting in 2 months, but I'll tell you what, I love coming to this meeting. I love hearing from the parents more than anything. It means so much for parents that their children are struggling with addiction or, God forbid, that have lost kids and family members in addiction. That's the reason I come to this meeting, to hear those voices. So thank you for letting me share.
Thanks for coming back. Ashley.
So it's kind of interesting we're having this topic because on Christmas, my mom kind of broke down and said a lot of the same things that you said. But one thing that stuck out to me that she was talking about, and that I thought I only saw in myself, was that when I was in active addiction, like, she described it as like I was a robot, and like I never really like had emotions, and super self-centered, very manipulative, but like I held like this much capacity in my brain. Like I was holding on for dear life to survive. And that look in your eyes that you described, my mom definitely to a T described that. And she said that she started crying and she's like, it's just nice to have you here. Like, and I didn't realize until now that like that speaks volumes, because like a lot of the people in here know, in the beginning of my sobriety, like me and my mom's relationship was extremely strained and it was not going good. And I'm like, I'm clean, like we should be great, you know, but it wasn't. And I was pushing my changes on her without like letting her see for herself, you know. And as addicts, we like instant gratification, you know. And so I couldn't understand why she was not reacting the way I wanted her to. And I finally like gave up and just was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't have to prove anything to anybody at this point. It's like, I know who I am today, and I'm like solid in that. And once I see like I'm different now, like I don't have to do that today. And it's so nice. And like, I just want to like give a little word of advice for anybody that's like new to sobriety or whatever. It's like, when you truly change as a person, it shows in your characteristics. Like you carry yourself differently, you have more compassion for other people, or whatever, and people around you will start seeing it. It's like you don't have to like put on a show for people anymore. And like that's probably one of the greatest benefits of being clean and sober, honestly clean and sober, you know, it's like it just comes naturally. It takes time because old habits die hard. But this Christmas I was able to be me and not feel the pressure of I don't want to do anything wrong to make anyone upset. Like it just was an awesome experience. And like I was a mom, and I am a mom, but like I was able to like finally be like a motherly figure to my kids, you know? And my kids like want to be around me today, you know? And that's cool, because like I remember a point in time when they just were like, oh, I don't know about her, but I think the greatest thing for me is just being able to be and like have peace today with who I am, and that's the best thing I could have. Greatest Christmas gift.
Thank you, Ashley.
Hi, Lisa Ann, and it's interesting is that this is the first time I've been in the support position and not just the recovering person position, but I guess one thing I would say, well, first of all, our Christmas yesterday was probably the best Christmas we've ever had. There was not a single fight. I don't know how it happened, but there was not a single fight, which is amazing. But also I'm really glad this place is here for my sister, and I think it's so important to have people who know what we've been through, because sometimes like my mom or my other sister or my brothers will like they'll talk about it to me, and you can tell they just don't get what it's like to have been addicted, to not be able to put it down no matter how much you wanted to put it down. You know, like just don't really totally get it. But then when I talk to Christy, she gets it, and it's cool that I get it for her too. You know what I mean? So I'm really glad that you guys are here for her, because I think like the wide range of support is really important. But I also know that like people who have been through the experiences that I have been through, I don't know, like this guy here, he's my husband. He's always telling these crazy like stories, and the people who are in recovery laugh, and the people who aren't in recovery are like, oh my God, like that's rough. You know what I mean? And I totally get it, and that's why I love people in recovery, and I'm glad that you guys are here for my sister, but I'm also glad to be here tonight. It's really cool. My sobriety is going to be enriched for that. So I just want to thank you all for my sobriety and wish you, this is coming from the program I'm from, but I wish you all another 24, or however many.
We're glad you sat and joined us today.
The other question was, how since I've chosen to.
How's it gotten like better since coming into sobriety?
One thing I've noticed, and I've had an opportunity to be around a lot of family because of the holidays, is that the goodness is, it's addicting, but it's been rubbing off. You know, I found that because I chose to drink Chardonnay too much, that was just my coping skill with dealing with my effed up life. But everyone I know and everyone that I related to, we all live on this earth together. we share many of the same struggles, and family members, and I have an enormous family. And for that, I'm super thankful, and I know that my family is very thankful as well, because I certainly wasn't anything like this last Christmas. So I would say that it rubs off on them. The people that you care about and you choose to spend time with, and it's taken some family members longer than others, just because they're not exposed to me as often as, say, like my mom. But it's really cool when my mom texts me every day how many steps she's taking. And for a 72-year-old to take 10,000 steps every day consistently for as many months as I've been here, and she looks as, as great as I can ever remember. I'm just so grateful that it's changing her life too. So.
Thank you, Candy. Mike.
Definitely had a lot of improvement over the last couple of years, even through some mistakes here and there. I think like the biggest thing that keeps coming to mind is just like being transparent. Just like kind of just being open, and if something's messed up or if something's going on, and just kind of like it's like that, like hey, this is what happened. This is what's going on, and it's like for a long time that was not the case. It was always hiding stuff and trying to compartmentalize the lies and just trying to avoid a lot, like not answering or just not call you back. A lot of that too. And when she mentioned the zombie thing, like that, we were just talking in the car about that earlier, and that's how I described it. It was just like being not there, just like a shell of a person, and we were just all kind of talking about how sad that is, and it's just like I was talking about, like one of the worst parts about when I'm in that lifestyle is just like all my interests are gone, like things that I find natural joy in are just not, I'm not interested in anything like that, and it's just so sad, I can't find a better word. It's just sad, and how much other people are hurt by that too is frustrating for me, because I'm like, I can't believe I did what I did for so long, and but I try to let that help like fuel me now to get through those tough times, and when those days come where I'm like, even on like sometimes it's even like good days where I'm feeling really good, like those thoughts will kind of pop in or kind of waft over, and I'm like, like let's kind of play that tape through, like they always say, and like let's think about what that will do to my relationships, like I feel like I've come a long way in building up trust, and like I said, even through some of the mistakes and screw-ups, like I feel like the open communication is still there because it's been practiced for so long, for a good couple of years now. I think that's just the biggest key for me with my family, is just being honest and open, and in that way, I think they've had an opportunity to learn a lot from that, because I think they've kind of come to see, like if I'm just sitting there hiding everything, there's no opportunity for them to learn, because they just get the lies, and I mean, yeah, sure, they fall through sometimes, but if I'm just like open and honest, they can see me for who I am. They can see that I am struggling, even on good days, even at lengths of sobriety and different points in my life when, work's good and this is good, the kids are good and everything, like I still have some pretty trying times, and even when I do screw up, to pull myself out of that and telling myself, or like let people know, like that's just super, it's been huge, it's been key. That's why I think I'm alive today, and just still here breathing with an opportunity to stay on the right path, and just taking advantage of the opportunities here and everywhere else that I've met some of the really cool people. So that's all I got.
Thanks, Audrey. Levi.
The biggest thing that sticks out to me that's changed in my family is pretty simple, that I don't have to always talk to them, and they don't have to worry about me, you know. As far as family goes for me, in general, I think that I've learned that family's a lot more than blood, and family's a feeling, and that's been a big change for me. Especially being here, I've learned that. Gotten to really feel what it's like when people really care about you when you're down. And I understand why family members, my blood family members, didn't, not that they didn't care, but don't know how to handle that. And even that some people that do know how to handle it, and all of us here who are trying to figure out how to handle that together, that feels like family to me. You know, everybody in here does, and I mean that. So that's been a really big like epiphany or something I've came to realize since thinking about it. Yeah, that's all.
Thanks, buddy. Karen.
Just something that Mike said about interests and how you're different, how he's different, or anyone's different when they're using or they're sober. You know, like I literally saw him come back to life. You know, he just, and I mean it's so amazing. But you literally you literally come back to life. And another thing he said, kind of about, you know, being transparent and the difference between that and burying everything and lying to keep things hidden. But I think that a lot of times family members will know. Like, I would always get the 3 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning phone call. And in my mind, I was thinking, I knew it. I knew it was coming a couple days before or a couple weeks before. I had a feeling it was coming. And, but thank God he would call and say, you know, I messed up. And I'm like, okay, well then, let's get back onto that other path again.
Thank you. I'm interested in talking about being honest, stuff like that, because like I feel like, at least for me, like with me being more honest and like open like communication with my family, like that right there, just like telling the truth for once, like, you know, what's going on with me and everything like that right there just built the relationship trust like so much better. And like I feel like if I wasn't honest with them, like, you know, and like showing with my actions, like why would they have to leave me, you know? Like what would I have, you know?
Say something. I know like relationships for me were very, I took them for granted, and that's everybody that that came in my path. My friends, my employers, my family. I always took those people for granted, and I always expected them to like expected to get something out of them. And after a while being in sobriety, I started to realize that I needed to appreciate what I truly do have today. Whether that's the little bit of family I have left, or the people that I surround myself with in this room, you know, that support, that gives support in the, like a daily basis. And you know, it took a long time to come to that realization of just being thankful, and that not everyone has support, not everyone has relationships that are good, that truly push friends. And you know, it's not about the gifts and everything. It's just about enjoying that time, spending that time with somebody, you know. seeing family, talking about what's been going on. Even if you don't like talk about what's going on, you still do it anyways, just to, I don't know, just give them a sense of, care. And I don't know, today I'm just really appreciative of the family that because they should have, my dad would have taught me out a long time ago if I didn't get this thing right, as quick as I did. But today I just appreciate the fact that he's still there for me, and he likes seeing me going in the right direction, giving them the son that they've always wanted and that I was taken away from them. Just appreciate the things you have today. I think that's a huge thing, at least in my life. Especially the people we have in our lives. So, that's all I got.
Thanks, Michael. Rick?
One thing that's been great about being able to hang around here for the last few years is the Racing Recovery family, people that I've gotten to know. It's like the faces change over time and quite a bit, but there's still some people that I've seen for 3 years. But I've been able to witness folks coming in from the very beginning, and you see, as somebody mentioned, the eyes, and I see that pain, look in people's eyes that I knew all too well, and to be able to see them through time to blossom and develop and turn, from hunkering down in the corner and not saying 2 words to speaking very well and saying, really incredible things. And some of these people, they're not coming in here regular anymore, but through, relationships and social media, got to see them, start their own businesses and thrive in their own businesses, get married, have children. That's been a real blessing to see that time and time again. So that's, hope that helps.
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Kelly.
I know that for me and my family, the time that we've spent here was very well vested. My kids were at pretty impressionable ages during some of my worst times, and somehow I still managed to raise pretty damn good kids. And I know when they started coming here and seeing me change, I think that it changed their perspective on how they wanted to live their life compared with how they didn't want to live their life. And I think they learned a lot here about people, just people in general. I know I've learned a lot here about people. I don't think I could go anywhere else on the face of this earth and find a room this full of people that are this diverse working towards a common goal. You're just not going to find it anywhere else. And that's why I keep coming back, because this is the judgment-free zone. We are all one human family here, and that's all that matters. And you got to listen to people, like Rick, who come and share his story, and he wants nothing more than to save people's lives so they don't have to go through what he's gone through. And if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. I'm done.
Thank you, Kelly. Josh.
I was lonely and I cried a lot. What my mind was thinking and my body was doing wasn't the same. They couldn't connect, and if they did, it'd be more going towards drinking and alcohol. So a lot of times I just fantasize about being with my family. It was it was tough to reach out for them, even though I know they love me. And like over Christmas, it was nice seeing everybody. I haven't seen them all together in years, so I really enjoyed my Christmas, laughing, smiling. I can tell they care for me because they'd ask a lot of questions, what I'm doing, how I've been. And, yeah, I miss them. It was a good Christmas. So, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, brother. David.
I just would like to say that this is going to sound maybe weird to some of you, but everybody in this room should wake up in the morning, go to the mirror, and tell themselves they love themselves. It will change your life if you start thinking positive instead of the old negative habits we got. And as far as my family, I'll put it real simple. They'll get off my back when I get off my knees. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Still got a few minutes here. Oh, Larry.
I just want to say something else too. What this young lady said right here, man, that was pretty heavy, pretty deep. I was going to say something like very similar. The reasons this works for me is because of this man right here, because of these two parents right here and this young man, these two young people right here coming here to support their father. Christy, a good friend of mine, her sister and brother-in-law come here to support her. Talk about diversity. It's incredible. And it's been said we're here for one common goal. And man, this is probably one of the, I like all the meetings, but this honestly has to be one of the best ones that I've been to, because there's just so much honesty and so much things that I take in, and especially these two young fellows right here. I love you guys, who are facilitating these meetings. I think it's awesome, but this is what makes me happy, man. This is awesome. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you, Larry. That was nice. Ashley.
Really fast, I just kind of, something that you said was about like being transparent and like sharing when you're like struggling with your like parent. I remember the first time that I was like really it was like one of my visits at home, and I was just like in panic mode, and I said something to my mom, and it kind of like threw her in a flashback of like when I used to react when I was like about to take off, and it was like sound the alarms, like she like freaked out, and I just like worked through it. She was like so in shock that I just like worked through that, and I think that encouraged her because she got to see when I was like not okay, and I was able to like cope myself and not run like I always have, I just wanted and the 3 o'clock thing, I used to do that sometimes too. I think that was like the clarifying moment of like it didn't matter how messed up I was, like 3 o'clock in the morning I'm calling my mom, and I can't tell you how many times like that woman has gotten in her car and drove all the way clear across town to come find me, and those are the things that like I feel guilt about. But it's just great that you're like super supportive of him, and you remind me of my mom, like, hey, you know what, let's try to figure this out. Where are you at? And then
Thank you, Ashley. I really love like when topics like this come up, because like you get to hear the other side of the from the family members and our peers and our supports around us, and like that puts things into a whole new perspective. I don't know, for me, like, that's powerful stuff right there, because like I get to see finally from their eyes where I always started through my own eyes. So getting to see where they're coming from and what they see in us during our darkest times and moving on to our better times, like that's just amazing stuff to hear. Like, that makes me really happy on the inside, because getting to see like us, getting to see the parents have us back in their lives, or like getting your brother or sister back in their lives, or your child, or whatever it is, like. That's every day. Keep putting those action steps in. Got a few more minutes left. Candy.
Speaking about family, I was really nervous about exposing my son, my younger son, to what my life has been like. obviously he's seen some of the great things, and we've been together for, what, 10 years? But I don't get to see him all year long. I only get to see him like 3 months out of the year. So his visits, at Christmas time especially, they're only about 10 days. And my husband will testify to how crazy I get before my prince comes home because everything has to be perfect. This year was the greatest Christmas we've ever had. And really, it wasn't about being able to buy the gifts this year. It was the absolute joy of being together in this state of mind, this truly joyful, peaceful state of mind, and being able to share the good person, you know, the true, authentic Candida with my son. He is my gift, and I hope that that I am his as well. And I inadvertently gave him my R for R shirt this morning to wear, and then I show up from work, meet these guys here, and he's wearing it, which I'm really proud of. So that's all.
That's awesome. Thank you, Candy. All right. It was a good meeting, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Who has the autobiography?
I do. Just real quick, I think we should give the guys a round of applause for just doing a great job. Autobiography in 5 short chapters. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I am lost, I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it, I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone.